Hi everyone. In past few videos we are discussing about planarity of a graph. Now we are going to study whether a graph can be written in plane form or not. So there are certain conditions it requires. We will discuss about it and we will study few theorems on it. So we are going to use Kuratowski theorem. So we are going to use Kuratowski theorem to check whether the given graph is planar or not. So what the theorem states is a graph is planar if and only if G does not contain K5 or K33 or subdivisions of K5 or K33 as a subgraph. If a graph G is planar, it should not contain K5 or K33 or subdivisions of K5 or K33 as a subgraph. The same theorem can be stated as a graph is planar if and only if it has no subgraph homeomorphic to K5 or K33. So we know what is K5. K5 is having 5 vertex and each vertex is connected to all other vertices. Similarly, this should be connected to all. This should be connected to all. This is K5. This is K5. It is having 5 vertex and each vertex is of degree 4. So what is K33? It is having 6 vertex divided into 2 sets. First set is having 3 vertex, second set is also 3 vertex, and from each set the vertex is connected to all other vertex in another set. So this is K3, 3. This is K5. A graph is said to be planar if G does not contain K5 or K33 as its subgraph, or it should not have subdivisions of K33 or K5. Already we say what is subdivision of a graph. So if we can insert a vertex of degree 2 in a edge, such graph is known as subdivision of a graph G. So according to Kuratowski's theorem, a graph is planar if and only if it does not contain K3 or K33 or K5 or a subdivisions of K5 or K33. Now we are going to study some more conditions to check whether the graph is planar or not. So for a given graph G, we have a graph G of order n is greater than or equal to 3. Number of vertices are greater than or equal to 3 and size m means number of edges are m. To determine whether G is planar or not, very first thing we have to draw a graph in plane form. If possible, we will draw the graph in plane. To verify G is non-planar, we have to check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. M is number of edges, n is number of vertex. We have to check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. If m is greater than 3n minus 6, obviously the graph is non-planar. Already we have proved this. So first thing, we have to draw a graph in plane form. If you couldn't do that, check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. If m is greater than 3n minus 6, the graph is non-planar. Suppose if m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6, then the graph may be planar or it may not be planar. It need not be planar always. It may be planar or it may be non-planar also. So how to check whether it is planar or not in this case? In this case, we will show that it is having K5 or K3, 3 as its subgraph or subdivision in the case of non-planar. Very first thing, we can draw a graph in plane form. If we couldn't do that, check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. If m is greater than 3n minus 6, obviously the graph is non-planar. We cannot write those graphs in plane form. If m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6, it may be planar, it may not be planar. So in that case, check whether it is having K5 or K3, 3 as its subgraph or subdivision. If it is having, then the graph will be non-planar. To show G contains a subdivision of K5 or K3, 3. So, if a graph contains subdivision of K5, what is K5? It is having 5 vertex of each degree 4. So, if the graph is having K5, we will identify 5 vertex of degree 4. To prove the graph is having subgraph of K5, we have to identify 5 vertex in a graph whose degree is 4 and it should be having connected by a path. To show G contains a subdivision of K3, 3, in this case, what is K3, 3? It is having 6 vertex and 3 vertex in 2 groups. Each vertex is having degree 3 and it is connected to another 3 vertices. So, in the case of K3, 3, we have to find subgraph containing 6 vertices of degree 3, which is divided into 2 sets, V1 and V2, such that vertices on V1 is connected to vertices of V2. In all those cases, we can prove the graph is non-planar. So, how to check whether the graph is planar or not? Very first thing, draw a graph in plane form or check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. If m is greater than 3n minus 6, obviously graph is non-planar. If m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6, the graph may be planar or it may not be planar. In the case of non-planar, we will check whether the graph is having K5 or K3, 3 as a subgraph or subdivision of a graph. So, to check whether it is having K5 or K3, 3, check whether the graph is having 5 vertices of degree 4 and which is connected by a path in this form. In the case of K3, 3, we identify a graph with 3 vertices in one group, another 3 vertices in another group. Each is of having degree 3 and connected to another set. In those cases, we will prove the graph is non-planar. So, consider a graph of this form. I'll take one graph G. Totally it is having 10 vertices. I'll take it as U1, U2, V1, V2, W1, W2, X1, X2, Y1, Y2. So it is having 10 vertices. It is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 edges. So very first thing we will check whether m is greater than or equal to 3n minus 6 or not. M is 17, less than or equal to n is 10. So it is less than or equal to 30 minus 6 is 24. 17 is not less than or equal to 17 is less than or equal to 24. So m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6. This graph G may be planar or it may not be planar. So how to check whether it is planar or non-planar? If it is, this graph is non-planar, it is having K5 or K33 as its subgraph or subdivision. Degree of U1 is 3, degree of U2 is 3, degree of Y2 is 4, X2 is 4, W2 is 4, V2 is 4. Except these 4 vertices, all other vertices degree is less than 4. So, to have K5, it should have 5 vertex of degree 4. So, this graph does not have K5 as its subgraph. What about K3, 3? It should have 6 vertices. For K3, 3, it should have 6 vertices of degree 3 each and it should be connected to another set. It should have 2 sets. So here V1 is of degree 3, V2 is degree 3, Y1, X1, W1, and we can check whether it is having subgraph or subdivision also. So consider V2, U1, and V2 this is Y2 as one set and Y1, U2, V1 as another set. Here Y2 is connected to U2 and Y2 is connected to V1 also through W2 or U2. Y2 is connected to U2. U1 is connected to Y1 directly. So if we consider all these things, we will get graph in this form. So if we see this, here I have connected Y2 to W2. See here Y2 is not connected to V1 directly, but here we have Y2, U2, V2, W2, W1, Y1. Same thing here also, Y2 is connected to U2, V2, W2, W1, V1. We don't have this edge. So we are having this. which is subdivision of k3 comma 3. Therefore, in this case, this graph, given graph G, is non-planar. So to check whether the graph is planar or not, check whether m is greater than 3n minus 6. If it is 3n minus 6, then the graph is non-planar. If the graph is less than or equal to 3n minus 6, it may be planar, it may not be non-planar. It may be planar, it may not be planar. In those cases, we have to check whether it is having k5 or k3 comma 3 as its subgraph or subdivision of G. In this case, k3 comma 3 is subdivision of this graph. Therefore, this graph G is not planar. Now, we will prove k3 comma 3 is non-planar. I already told, if a graph is having k3 comma 3 as its subgraph, then it is non-planar. So, first of all, we have to prove whether k3 comma 3 is really a non-planar graph. Suppose if k3 comma 3 is a planar graph. Suppose I am assuming that k3 comma 3 is planar. If k3 comma 3 is planar, we can draw k3 comma 3 as a plane graph. So this can be written as plane graph. Now, in k3 comma 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 edges are there. Therefore, m is equal to 9. Vertices are 6. We are having n vertices, that is 6 number of vertices and 9 edges. So, we know Euler's identity. What is Euler's identity? N minus m plus r equal to 2 for plane graph. Only for plane graph, Euler's identity holds good. Therefore, n minus m plus r equal to 2. So, what is n? 6. M is 9 or remains as it is. So, minus 3 plus r equal to 2. R is equal to 5. So, number of region in k3 comma 3 should be 5. Now, we are having 5 regions R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. We are having 5 regions R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and each regions are having boundaries. So, R1 is having M1 number of edges as its boundary. M2 is number of edges in the boundary of R2, etc. So, here also we are having 5. I is equal to 1 to 5. So, when we look at K3 comma 3, this graph does not contain any triangle. Here we don't have triangle. So, boundary is not equal to 3. It should be greater than 3. The number of edges in one region as its boundary should be greater than 3. See, this graph, this vertex and this vertex are connected. This vertex and this vertex are connected and it does not form a triangle. Similarly, when we see this line and this line, it does not form a triangle. When we consider this and this edges, it does not form a triangle. So, in each region, if we consider the boundary number of edges in the boundaries should be greater than 3. Therefore, mi should be greater than or equal to 4. It should be greater than 3 or it should be greater than or equal to 4. Also, in this graph, we does not contain any bridges. If we remove this edge, the graph is connected. If we remove this edge, still the graph is connected. If we remove any one of the edge here, the graph is connected. Therefore, it does not have a bridge. Already we have seen an edge is counted twice if it is just a boundary, and it is counted once if it is a bridge. Since these edges are not bridge, since these edges are not bridge, each edges are counted twice. Correct? Therefore, total number of edges, capital M, is 2m. Total number of edges is m. So, since it is counted twice, 2m is equal to, we have to count edges in boundary 1, boundary of second region, boundary of third region, etc. So, total number of regions are 5. This is our total number of region. So, what is mi? It is greater than or equal to 4 for each vertex. So, mi is greater than or equal to 4 means m1 is greater than or equal to 4, m2 is greater than or equal to 4, similarly m5 is also greater than or equal to 4. So what is mi? m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4 plus m5. It is greater than or equal to 4 plus greater than or equal to 4, etc. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 gives us 20. Therefore, summation of mi should be greater than or equal to 20. So, 2m is greater than or equal to 20 implies m is greater than or equal to 10. But the number of edges in K3, 3 is 9. But here we are having greater than or equal to 10, which is a contradiction. Therefore, K3, 3 is not a planar graph. It is non-planar graph. That's what we have to prove. So, we have shown that K3, 3 is non-planar graph. Also, we will show that if every region of a simple planar graph of n vertices, again n vertices, E edges embedded in a plane, n vertex, E edges embedded in a plane bounded by K edges. N is total number of vertices, E is total number of edges, K is number of edge in a boundary. We will show that E is equal to K n minus 2 by K minus 2. So, we are going to prove if every region of a simple planar graph of n vertices and E edges embedded in a plane is bounded by K edges, then we are going to show that E is equal to K n minus 2 by K minus 2. So, we are going to prove this. Since every region is bounded by K edges, then R regions are bounded by K into R. One region is having K edge, two region will be having K plus K edges. So, 2K. 3 region is having K plus K edges. Therefore, 3K. Therefore, R number of regions is having K into R edges. And it is counted twice. Each edge is counted twice. Therefore, 2E is equal to K into R. This implies R is equal to 2E by K. Also, since G is connected plane graph with n vertices, E edges and R region, from Euler's identity we have n minus m. M is E plus R is equal to 2. So, what is R? 2E by K. Substituted. E by K equal to 2. So, if we, n minus E plus 2E by K equal to 2. So, if we simplify this, we will get E is equal to K n minus 2 by K minus 2. N minus 2 equal to E minus 2E by K. Take E common and take LCM. We will prove that E is equal to K n minus 2 by K minus 2. Also, we are going to prove that let G be a simple P, Q graph. P number of vertices, Q number of edges. P number of vertices, Q number of edges. Having at least K edges in a boundary, then we are going to prove K minus 2 into K is less than or equal to K into P minus 2. We are having P number of vertices, Q number of edges and K number of edges in each region. Now we are going to prove K minus 2 into Q is less than or equal to K into P minus 2. So already we have seen each edges are counted twice. Now we are having P number of vertices, Q number of edges, having at least K edges in a boundary. So total number of edges is counted twice. So 2K is having at least K number of edges less than or equal to KR number of regions less than or equal to KR. This implies Q is 2Q by K is less than or equal to R. If G is simply connected graph with P vertices, Q edges or region, from Euler's identity we have P plus Q minus R means N plus M minus R should be equal to 2. N is P, M is Q, R is equal to 2. Here we have P minus Q minus 2 is equal to R. R is less than or equal to 2Q minus R. So obviously P minus Q minus 2 is greater than or equal to 2Q minus R. See, P minus Q minus 2 is equal to R here. Here this value is less than or equal to R. So obviously 2Q by R should be equal, or if it is less, this should be greater than. Therefore greater than or equal to 2Q minus R. If we simplify, group the terms, we will get K minus 2, Q is less than or equal to K, P minus 2. Just mathematical simplification. So another thing what we are going to prove is, if G is a plane graph of order n is greater than or equal to 3. So order is greater than or equal to 3 and size M means number of edges is M and it does not have triangle. Each region is not having triangle. Now we are going to prove M is less than or equal to 2n minus 4. We are going to prove if G is a planar graph of order n greater than or equal to 3 and it is having m number of edges and it does not have triangles. In that case, we are going to prove m is less than or equal to 2n minus 4. Suppose G is connected. This inequality is hold good for m is equal to 2 and m is equal to 3. Now we are going to prove for m is greater than or equal to 4. See here, if n is 3, 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 4 is 2. So if m is 2 less than or equal to 2, if m is 3, if n is 4, this equality holds good. Now we are going to prove whenever m is greater than or equal to 4. So we draw a graph and denote the number of edges by mi. This mi is boundary of each region. M1 is boundary in first region, M2 is number of edges in second region, M3 is number of edges in third region, etc. So the total number of edges we are taking it as M, which is twice of each edge. Since G does not have triangle, it will have at least 4 edges in each boundary. Therefore, mi should be greater than or equal to 4. Also, we are going to count the number of edges twice. Therefore, we are having 4R. 4 is number of edges in the boundary K. At least it is having 4 and R is number of region. is less than or equal to twice of m. Sorry. m is counted twice. It is equal to 2m. 4 is minimum number of edges in the boundary. Since this graph does not contain triangle, it will have at least more than 3 edges. So at least 4 edge into total number of regions less than or equal to total edges. This total edges is nothing but 2m because each m is counted twice. This implies from Euler's identity we have n minus m plus r equal to 2. So what is m? N minus m plus r is equal to 2. From this I am writing this. N minus m plus r equal to 2. So just multiply with 2. 2n minus 2m plus 2r equal to 4. (4r) is less than or equal to 2m. 2r is less than or equal to m, right? Therefore, this becomes 2n minus 2m plus m greater than or equal to 4. See here, 4r is less than or equal to 2m. From here, we have m is less than or equal to 2r. I am substituting 2r as m. Therefore, greater than or equal to 4. Just simplify this. We will get 2n minus m greater than or equal to 4. So that's what we have to prove. Shift the terms. 2n minus 4 is greater than or equal to m. So m is less than or equal to 2n minus 4. 2n minus 4. 2n, I have shifted minus m and plus, I have shifted minus m and 4. So 2n minus 4 is greater than or equal to m. So m is less than or equal to 2n minus 4. That's what we have to prove. Suppose if the graph is disconnected, we will add one edge to the graph to connect the graph, and using the same procedure we can prove the graph satisfies m less than or equal to 2n minus 4. Thank you.